Afternoon, good evening. So today I wanted to look at Chelsea since she seems to be the main topic of the lawsuit and Harry's experience with Chelsea. And it does seem like Harry is really dwelling on the fact that his relationship with her ended. Do. Hi, Lydia. How are you? Yeah, I thought I'd come on and do a live here and talk about Chelsea and her. This was inspired. I was watching, what's his name? Now the name escapes me now. Yeah, H.G. Tudor, there it is. And he was pointing out that he thinks, believes that Harry's behavior on the stand shows that he's not a narcissist, he says that Harry really is paranoid, but justifiably so because of the way his life has been led so far. He has been, wherever he goes, he's followed by paparazzi and whatnot. So he has like justification for being paranoid, and I could see that. All right, but he seems over the top now. And what H.G. Tudor points out is that, well, that's because narcissist Meghan has capitalized. She's a spider. She moved in. And by the way, I drew a picture, well, colored a picture of Megan as a spider, and you can see it in my art, Daily Empress art. But she moved in, and now she's preyed on Harry's paranoia and exacerbated it, and she feeds it, feeds into it, feeds the monster, right? So saying to Harry, "Who's that? There's somebody behind that car. I think I saw a paparazzi over there." So that seems to be the impetus for Harry's exasperated symptoms of his paranoia, it seems. And of course, these lawsuits. I mean, Rachel Zane's moved in Harry's life, and now Harry's flinging out the lawsuits left and right. So, first, I want to look at Chelsea, though, because this really affects her. She's been the star of the show, even though she's not a part of it. It's been all about Chelsea, right? It must be affecting her. She's moved on with her life. She's married. She has children, and now this happens. And I'm wondering, does she expect this kind of thing to happen, or is she as shell shocked, or is she shell shocked? Like some of the articles that they wrote about her said, is she like, oh my God, what has Megan? Because Chelsea has been the victim of Megan since day one. Let's not forget at the wedding when Megan had all her cameras zoomed in on her, and Megan and her trolls tweeted these awkward pictures of Chelsea looking horrified at Harry and Meghan's wedding. Because, of course, Harry and Meghan's wedding was such a satanic shizzle show, right? I mean, that thing was just obscene. You want to call that a wedding? My God, it was a gaudy performance of horror. Basically, it was like a satanic imitation of a royal wedding, as their wedding was. But anyhow, so this article popped up, and I mean, it's a naturally. It seems like Harry's still in love with Chelsea, but I'm not gonna look at that today at the moment. I want to look at how this trial is affecting Chelsea. But just quick, this is one example. Was Chelsea Davy the real love of Harry's life? I mean, they were a gorgeous couple together. Let's face it, they fit. For the 7 years they were together, Harry and Chelsea, or Haz and Chaz, as they were affectionately known, were the life and soul of the party. And for that time between 2004 and 2011, the fun-loving couple filled many of the front pages too. I mean, they really would have been the Fab Four. Can you imagine if it had been Catherine and Chelsea and William and Harry? I mean, they really would have been the Fab Four. I mean, they're all gorgeous and thin and glamorous, and I mean, they would just been, of course, they would have been, they would have been stalked by the paparazzi like Megan could only dream of, you know. Chelsea, with her infectious laugh, devil-may-care spirit, and sunbeam smile, seemed a perfect match for Prince Charles's cheeky second son, even before Prince Harry took Chelsea as his date to Princess Diana Memorial Concert in 2007. The bookies had said it all stitched up, poised and presentable English Rose, Kate for William, the future king, and sparky, sweet natured Chelsea from Zimbabwe for his younger brother. Yet, much to the surprise of his friendship group, all the friends that Harry's lost since he married Meghan, Harry's first long term relationship did not go the distance. Who dumped who has never been officially established. Oh, I think she dumped him. You know that. But the pair parted ways in 2011, and Chelsea, apart from giving a couple of interviews and attending the prince's wedding to Megan 2018, disappeared beneath the parapet, quietly marrying hotelier Sam Cutmore Scott and giving birth to a son, Leo, last year. And by the way, Megan copied her outfit, her white suit. I mean, Megan is such a stalker. Ay, ay. What's water under the bridge for the rest of us, however, is still needling the Duke of Sussex in the way that only a former love can. In his witness statement in yesterday, Tuesday hearing at the High Court, his former flame's name is mentioned no fewer than 55 times, with the prince blaming the media for their breakup. Harry's still pissed. Quote, how little chance this relationship was given because of this constant exposure. As Harry gravely puts it, Chelsea had no interest in being involved in public life. She found the press intrusion as difficult as I did, and it was the main factor in why we decided to end our relationship. It begs the question, could Haz and Chaz have made it work? The pair move in different circles these days, but the what ifs of the relationship are still hotly debated by the former friendship group who still wonder if they should have stuck at it and made a commitment. She was super lively and charming without being at all pretentious. A friend of the couple maintains they were close, extremely close, and they were a huge amount of chemistry. And you can see that in the pictures for sure. They were always laughing. I've never seen Harry laugh so much. Yeah, Harry was the happiest with Chelsea for sure. Harry never laughs anymore, right? He's always looking crazy or angry or nasty. He never looks happy anymore. Never. Raised on a game park in Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe, the daughter of successful businessmen Charles Davy and Beverly, a former model, Chelsea was a good catch. Not in a prim girl in pearls kind of way, but because she shared so many of Harry's interests. I mean, she's from Africa. I mean, she's perfect for Harry. He loves Africa, right? Oh my goodness. A love of nature and environment, an interest in people, and a fondness for the dance floor. She was super cool, free spirited Zimbabwe. Robert Mugabe's land reform program forced the family to give up their estate while she was still a teenager. Yet, having boarded at Cheltenham Girls' College, she was public school enough to relate to someone like Harry. She met through mutual friends when she was in the sixth form at Stowe, and they were just pals at first, but became an item when Chelsea embarked on a degree in economics at the University of Cape Town, and Harry pitched up there on his gap year. They became the best of friends. She was completely straightforward and unfailingly supportive, an acquaintance said. Chelsea's decision to leave South Africa and embark on a 2 year law conversion course at Leeds University. See, Chelsea was a real lawyer and Megan's a pretend lawyer. Harry seems to have a thing for lawyers, obviously, but he chose the wrong one. He chose the fake one instead of the real one. And undoubtedly fueled by a desire to be close to Harry, as he said in his witness statement, they were, quote, madly in love. Unlike Kim and Megan. Yet the paparazzi's portrayal of her as his resident drinking buddy, falling out of various nightclubs and cheering from the sidelines at polo matches was never really Chelsea, friends say. Quote, she was always driven and she was seriously bright, a friend explains. She was determined to become a lawyer and was prepared to work hard for it. And she did it, unlike Megan. Megan doesn't work hard for anything, except publicity is all she wants. Harry was in the army at the time. I don't think Megan's smart enough to be a lawyer, quite frankly. Although she would have done it already, right? I mean, Chelsea actually did it. I mean, and Chelsea's way better looking. Just saying, Chelsea had it all. She had the looks, she had the brains, and she was able to tolerate Harry for 7 years. I mean, damn. Uh, and she could handle the royal family. Harry was in the army at the time, so their relationship, like many first loves, was a long distance one. Conducted mainly on the telephone, but they didn't have any problems with this as they were both busy with their own lives, friends claim. Harry was happy in the army where he was living a reasonably low key life with a purpose. It was a good phase for him, and if Harry had stayed in the army, what's to say it couldn't have worked out with Chelsea? he could be a bit anonymous, and he and his lads around him, and he was actually very good at the job. Whether Chelsea would have wanted to be an army wife is another question. However, it wouldn't have meshed well with the office-based existence of a corporate lawyer, which is what she went on to become as a trainee solicitor at Allen and Overy. And going by Harry's witness statement, Chelsea would have also shied away from the media attention that goes with marrying the king's second son. Her friends believe it was watching what the then Kate Middleton had to put up with that she prepared as she prepared for her wedding to Prince William that turned her off to the idea of a royal life. Quote, she wanted to crack on with her own life and ambition, and she realized that with Harry, she wasn't going to be able to do this. Her decision to leave the limelight so completely that her former friends don't even know when exactly she married Cutmore Scott suggests that Chelsea craved privacy in the most purest sense of the form. Yeah, unlike Harry and Meghan. And unlike Harry and Meghan, oh, this is what it says here. Unlike Harry and Meghan, she has achieved it. Exactly. It's not too hard to do if you really want it. Maybe this is what rankles Harry the most. Yeah, Harry, how is it Chelsea's gone on to be completely anonymous and have a complete privacy, but you and Meghan, you just keep popping up and popping up and popping up every day. Chelsea was proved right. If she'd stayed with him, she'd never have been able to fly beneath the radar so successfully. His former friends can't decide on whether or not the relationship ever truly had legs. They were so young, in their early 20s, and I'm not sure that they were even vaguely thinking about settling down. The trouble is, Harry has got so stuck in the past. With him, it's always someone else's fault. The fact that Chelsea has switched careers, studied gemology, and launching a jewelry brand, Aya, suggests that she was still figuring out who she was and what she wanted from life. After they broke up, Chelsea maintained that she would not marry Prince Harry due to the rising incompatibility of their life choices. It is ironic, therefore, that the low key life of work and parenthood that Chelsea has carved for herself is exactly the one that Harry strives for. She will, according to friends, always be the one that got away, a symbol of the freedom he's unable to enjoy. Chelsea, meanwhile, whose most recent social media photograph posted last October shows her standing with her baby, looking out across the desert islands and ocean, appears to have dodged a bullet. Oh yes, she certainly has. She's like, ooh, you dodged one there, poor Chelsea. But Chelsea's ears must be ringing night and day. She must think she has tinnitus because they're just Harry's just talking about her and talking about her. So let's take a look. How's Chelsea doing? How does she really feel about this? Now she does have a legal background, and she became a lawyer, right? So I'm sure she's very interested in this Harry's trial, and maybe that's part of the reason Harry enjoys going to trial over this because he knows it's going to interest Chelsea, and she's going to watch him, right? That would make sense. If your ex flame that you're still longing for is a lawyer, what are you gonna do to get their attention? I know, I'll file a lawsuit. That might be part of the impetus for Harry to be flinging out so many lawsuits, right? Makes sense. Well, anyways, let's look at how Chelsea's handled. Does Chelsea think, "Oh my God, Harry's really lost it now," or is she proud of him and know that he's just yearning for her? What's going on here? How's Chelsea? Is Chelsea like, oh my, freaking out? You know, because now she's getting, she's had, and Harry, but what Harry is doing is by making Chelsea the center of attention of the world's press, Chelsea had carved out this private life for herself. Nobody knew she was. Nobody knew when she got married. Nobody even knew she was pregnant. She's got this nice quiet life and nobody's talking about her. And now, boom, Harry arrives on the scene. Chelsea, 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 Chelsea in the world's press. So now, of course, photographers are going to want to get an updated picture of her, right? So maybe Meghan wants that too, so to compare notes or something. But or maybe Meghan could be behind this. I'm going to look at how much Meghan is behind this to inflict on Chelsea's privacy to upset her, it just does seem like something Meghan would do. Well, anyways, let's focus on how this is affecting Chelsea first, and then we're gonna look at Megan's intentions with this, because it's all this looks like there's a lot going on here. I think there's a lot going on under the surface here of this crazy, crazy lawsuit. So I got this. I'm going to be using the Goddess Tarot for Chelsea because she's Harry's goddess. She is the goddess of this scenario, and Megan's the witch. She's gonna be getting the zombie tarot. So let's take a look here. I've shuffled the cards. I'm gonna split the deck. How is Chelsea feeling about Harry being on trial and talking about her nonstop? Let's see. Shuffle the cards. I'm gonna split the deck. Let's see. Cards show. How's Chelsea feeling about this? What's her attitude right now? Whoa, the contemplation. This is the Hermit card. They have different names on this deck, but this is the Hermit. So she is, of course, in hiding here. She is the Hermit. She's hiding away. She's not coming out saying anything, at least thus far. She may not say anything. She may stay hidden away. So I get that, this is a horror for her, right? Because she's been enjoying her private life, and now suddenly, they're trying. Harry and Meghan are trying to boost her into the world press, and so she's hiding even more now. She's like, I'm not saying nothing. I don't see nothing. I didn't. I'm gonna pretend like I'm not watching it. Like Piers Morgan, right? Piers Morgan said something to the effect of, "I haven't watched it. I wish him well on his privacy tour." So yeah, so she is hiding out here, as you can see with the Hermit card. And next, crossing her, ooh, Six of Cups reverse. Oh yeah, oh my. She's not happy. She is not happy about this. She is like she did. He's dredging up the past. He's bringing triggering old emotions. She's back here in her quiet house behind a wall. Everything's all secure, and Harry is turning that upside down and upsetting her. She's like she is not happy, and also she has children now. So now more than ever, she certainly doesn't want that press attention that she didn't even like to begin with. But now it's like Harry and Meghan, like it wasn't bad enough. They tortured her by blasting her horrified face, which I don't blame her for being horrified. Harry and Meghan's wedding was a horror show, but they really they tried to play it off as, oh, she's wishing she let him get away. Chelsea's regretting her decision, and we all know now that Chelsea was not regretting her decision to let Harry go and marry Meghan. She was relieved, if anything. But Meghan tried to, make her look bad in the media, trying to make her, look terrible. Meghan was really evil towards Chelsea. She really hates her. She's really jealous of her. We all know that. The bottom of the deck, Seven of Cups. I see this as, Harry's crazy mind here, bringing up all these lawsuits, bringing up this and that, making things crazy. And yeah, so Chelsea's not happy, so she's hiding out. She's not going to talk about it. She's not going to say anything. She's not going to post anything. Because unlike the Instagram loving bitch wife, Chelsea is like, she knows what to do. She's a very intelligent person, and she knows that you don't feed the beast. You just lay low, let it wait for it to pass over. And that's what she's doing. She's not happy about him bringing up this past stuff, and she doesn't want it affecting her children either. She's very doesn't like that. So the basis of it all, so that's how she's feeling right now. But what's the basis of this all? She's feeling, oh my, balance reversed, which is like temperance reversed. She's like Harry and Meghan. Harry, particularly though, is drugged out of his mind. He's completely unbalanced. This is completely wrong. She's like, this is absolutely crazy, and she knows it's the drugs. She's like, Harry is, he's insane right now. So she's very concerned that this is a result of brainwashing, partly I think with Megan, the narcissist, like HG Tudor says, and she knows how unhealthy this is. This is being very unhealthy. This is Harry is very unhealthy. I mean, yeah, he has justification to a certain extent of being paranoid, but not really. I mean, not as much as other people like Prince William or other Catherine. Catherine went through a hell of a lot more than Harry ever did. Come on now. So a lot of other people have gone through a lot more than Harry, and so this is being exacerbated by Megan, her narcissism, and Chelsea can see that. She can see that Harry's not doing well. This is not a healthy man. This is a man who is insane right now and getting crazier because of Megan, and probably overindulging in the drinking and drugs and whatnot. So she's like, oh my goodness, this is not good. This is not going to end well. You know, it's not going to end well. So this is affecting her very emotionally because she cares about him as a, at least as a human being, and she knows that he still holds a flame for her, even after, marrying Megan. Of course, Harry doesn't love Megan. Let's face it, we know that. Harry and Megan are not married for love. They are married for some bitter agenda here. Megan is controlling the hell out of him. Very unhealthy, not doing well, and so. I think she's concerned, and I think it's disturbing to her. I mean, imagine if it's your ex making an arse out of himself because of a narcissist, toxic relationship. I mean, this is painful to watch, right? You don't wish that on anyone. Did Chelsea expect this to happen? Now I'm wondering. She knew how paranoid Harry was when she was dating him, and all his ex-girlfriends said the same thing. All the ones before Meghan, that Harry was always paranoid about, there being paparazzi behind every bush and whatnot. Did she expect this, though? Did she expect Harry to get this crazy? Four of Swords. Well, no, I don't think so. I think she knew that when Harry was in the military, it's kind of like a military kind of card, things were calm. I mean, Harry was paranoid, but it was under control, because he was happy. He was in the military, he was doing what he loved, he was doing it well, apparently, and he was respected, and he wasn't that much, he went out drinking with his friends, which is normal in your 20s. You do tend to overindulge and do that. But no, she did not expect that Megan, the narcissist, would, that Harry would get together with someone like Megan, this triad of, what is it, the dark evil triad or whatever that she is. So she is surprised by this. I mean, I think she would have thought that the royal family would have stopped this kind of thing normally if the Queen were here still and if Harry were under the control of the royal family more. But I guess like everybody else, she underestimated how manipulative and cunning and controlling Meghan can be with her CIA background and Obama Clinton's help. So Biden and all that. So they've gotten their evil satanic claws in Harry, and they have really, wow, he is such a puppet for them now. So she's as shocked as anyone else because there's a lot going on in the story, right? It's even more than just this. It's, you get the whole criminal entity, right, behind this. So yeah, no, she's surprised. She was not expecting this. She thought, they'd move on with their lives. She'd get married, have her children, move on quietly, and but nope, nope. Harry's with Megan, and this is all blowing up. So what's she expecting to happen with this? It's not good. She's not happy about this, and I think probably possibly very concerned. She's hiding out. She's like, I'm out of this. I'm out of this. Don't bother me. Uh-huh, Chariot. See, she knows. This is the Chariot card, the movement. She knows that this is Harry's part of a larger group. This is part of a political agenda. This is part of the New World Order, right? There seems to be, from what I've heard, and like I'm open to different theories, so I'm not cemented in my belief of exactly what's going on because obviously I don't know exactly with the satanic, Masonic cabal here. But what I've heard from some who are apparently in the know is that there is this battle between the globalists, the battle between the Satanists, and it's Roth. They said it's this one person that said it's Rothschild versus King Charles. So there seems to be a battle amongst the globalist Satanists here. And so that's why it's very political. That's why you're seeing the BLM Antifa that Harry supported, right? Harry supports BLM. He supported Antifa when him and Megan, they're all talking about that in their Zoom calls, showing their alignment there. And yeah, there's a point to that. Harry's talking about the paparazzi having blood on their hands, while Harry's promoting BLM, which has literally murdered hundreds of people. That you never hear about in the mainstream media because they cover it up because they control the media, right? But that's the fact. Harry is part of a death cult, a murderous death cult, and yeah, so Chelsea can see that. That's why she's the hermit. She's like, I'm staying out of this because her life would be in danger if she gets in the way of this satanic cabal that Harry's a part of, and this New World Order, movement going on here. So what is she most worried about? What's she most afraid of or not want? Ooh, sun reversed. She doesn't want the publicity, and she doesn't want him to succeed either. She does not want this to. She doesn't want Harry, Meghan, and Doria, and they're all their criminal cabal. She doesn't want them succeeding. You can kind of see this like in this particular sun here. Is that like an angel in the background? I was gonna say it's a fallen angel. If so, they're the vagabonds. This is Harry. This is Harry with Meghan and Doriel, and their gypsy outfits. Pulling this crap. Yeah, they are just these weirdo Satanists anyhow. So she does not want Harry to succeed, and she does not want to be in the spotlight with this crazy shizzle show here of Harry, drugged up Harry, acting like a crazy man with his wife. Kind of looks like Megan there a little bit, doesn't it? There's Megan coming in and with her magic spells and drugs and whatnot, and her, CIA, MK Ultra brainwashing techniques. Yeah, you picked up Freemasonry in the highest echelons. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's something going on. There's a major battle here, and with Harry doing all this, with Meghan and the royal family. Yeah, because the New World Order doesn't want an old royal family. They want a new royal family, is what it appears to me, and it kind of makes sense. But anyways, going back to poor Chelsea. Poor Chelsea's minding her own business. She's got a quiet life. She's happy. And Harry and Meghan plow in to attack her again. I mean, she's being attacked by them over and over again. She is a victim of Harry and Meghan, an unrecognized victim. And no doubt, I haven't looked because I have them all blocked on Twitter, but no doubt the Sussex Squad is out there attacking Chelsea, right? Because she's 100% better looking than Meghan, and they're gonna be like, Chelsea, yeah, yeah, they're gonna be attacking her just to be nasty, which is terrible because her children may see that one day growing up, and this nastiness, and they're not going to understand probably that this is a coordinated, globalist-funded George Soros campaign with Harry to do this, ruining reputations of people as a tactic of the satanic, Masons and whatnot. So, anyhow, so what's she hoping for with all this? What's she hoping for? She hopes Harry and Meghan are like broken up. Number one, she hopes Harry like is destroyed by it. I mean, not literally, but she's hoping he loses him and Megan, and they're exposed for what they're doing. They are causing this pain and upheaval and nastiness. And so she's hoping that, she's not getting back together with Harry. You know that. No way in hell. Harry's out of his damn mind, right? Three people in this, right? Harry, Megan, and Chelsea here. She does not want anything to do with this. She knows. She's smart. She knows Megan is using her and their story to generate. Because you see the end of this whole uh, lawsuit that Harry filed, it's all about Meghan and protecting Meghan in the media. That's what this whole thing is about. With Harry going back to 2004 and alleged phone tapping that never happened, but he's suspicious of it, so he's got to take them all to court. And he wants to talk to each and every reporter who wrote a puff piece 20 years ago. I mean, it's absolutely insane, absolutely diabolically and drugged up insane as only a drugged up weirdo can be. It's under the control of a narcissist. So she's hoping he loses, and she also hopes Harry and Meghan just break up already because they are obviously a toxic relationship. Obviously, right? This it's she's like, ended already. Like it's like Chelsea's torture is not going to end until Harry and Meghan end. So she's just like, oh my god, just end already, break divorce already. So that's what I see, and I don't blame her. And I've got a major arcana for what she's worried about. She knows they want to drag her back into the media, and they want to make her a show of her and pictures. This is how Meghan is harassing Chelsea by shoving the media on her, and then Harry can complain more. See, Chelsea's being bothered by the media, that damn free speech media. We got to take them out. We got to change this. So this is a way that they make a lawsuit. They mention Chelsea 55 times. Naturally, the media is going to want an updated picture. Meghan and Harry will use that as an excuse. Meghan will feed that to Harry. See, Harry, the media is still after her. You see that? And that'll rev Harry up even more to be more obnoxious about censoring freedom of speech and attacking the freedom of the press. So yeah, so I mean, this is like a vicious, ugly cycle, all being triangulated by Meghan and whoever Meghan's working with. which we all know are evil Satanists. So, how is Chelsea seeing Harry right now? How does she see him? Five of Swords. Ooh, not very good. Yeah, Chelsea is, she's not. Chelsea's not holding a candle up for Harry. I'll tell you what, especially not now, because she sees what a bully and a liar and a nasty piece of work he's become, and how nasty he's been to her with that wife of his. And she sees that Harry is just. She sees what Harry is doing, trying to take away freedom of speech. She sees how all the lies Harry is coming out with, and how he's being vexatious litigation here. I mean, he's just out of his mind, drugged up, out of his mind, and nasty AF since marrying Megan. I mean, he is out of control. I mean, he may have had a temper before, and a lot of people have a temper, but Megan has, used his temper against him and inflamed it and inflamed his paranoia. Megan is like an inflammation. She's like something that comes in and just inflames everything. Like, in your body, if things get inflamed, you get sick and die, get cancer and die. Well, that's what Megan is. Megan is inflaming everything in order to make everybody sick, literally and figuratively. I have no doubt the way Harry looks right now, he doesn't look good. He doesn't look healthy. He doesn't look happy. He's not going to last long with Megan. That's all I got to say. And I think that Chelsea's lost all respect for him. He's lost the plot. He's way off the reservation. He's out of his mind, and she can't do anything. Megan is around him. Megan is there waiting for Chelsea with a sword to slay her. You see, she's holding a head there. That's what Megan wants. She knows Megan wants Chelsea's head. So Chelsea also feels in danger by Harry, and also that Harry's in danger. I think she recognizes that Harry's life is in danger, which I think we all recognize. And even Lady C has said that Meghan would love to play the Merry Widow. So it's been insinuated by many knowledgeable people who know about this kind of mental illness and know all about the royal family, Harry and Meghan. They know. They're like, the dangers against Harry are real, and so again, the children. So, and Chelsea knows it too. She's like, this is not going to end well. Harry and Meghan are not going to end well. That's all you gotta say. And also, Chelsea's staying out of it because she knows, Meghan would love to do that to her. So, all right. So what's going to happen next? Not good. Chelsea's not happy. She's hiding out. She has successfully remained quiet, and I assume she will continue to do so. She's not going to get involved in this shizzle show. What is going to happen next? Princess of Swords. So I see more lies about her coming out. More attacks by a Sussex squad and all that, and just misinformation that Harry is perpetuating with his goon squad, Christopher Boozy, Sussex squad, all of them coming out with the lies online, saying nasty things, posting nasty pictures of Chelsea and all that. Yeah, a lot of swords, 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 a lot of lies, a lot of manipulations. Megan, of course, will be behind a lot of that, if not all of it, because that's what Megan does. Megan pushes Harry into the limelight to make an arse out of himself, and Megan disappears into the background where she's, like the Wizard of Oz. She's behind the curtain and she's doing all the PR and the online Twitter and Facebook and wherever else she is, because they claim they're not online, but we know that it's been witnesses have already said every morning Harry and Meghan get up and they get right on their social media and they're reading everything and they're listening to everything. So she's Meghan's doing all the maneuverings now with the media and the social media and the Sussex squad, right? So she's all behind that, the nastiness there. So I'm sure there's plenty of nastiness. And in the long term, Seven of Wands. So yeah, this is not going to end soon. This is going to be a constant battle for Chelsea. She's going to constantly, because of Harry and Meghan and how diabolical they are, she's going to be constantly having to deal with this. Like, it won't go away because of Harry and Meghan. But she's in a better place. She's sane. She's healthy. She knows what's going on. She minds her business and she just pushes it away. She hasn't posted anything on social media since October, right? So she's smart. She knows you stay off social media. That's the way to go. Stay in real life. That's what matters. And Harry and Meghan's not getting sucked into Harry and Meghan's insanity. She's not going to get sucked into that because that's what they want. These diabolical demons, Harry and Meghan, with their drugs and their Satanism. They want to suck her into their dark underworld and drown her in their toxic emotions. But Chelsea's like, no, no, I'm over here. I'm taking the high road. And if I want to say something, I will. Now, we already know that Paul Burrell has come out and stated that Harry lied in his witness statement about him. Uh, Harry accused Paul Burrell, Princess Diana's former butler, of selling Diana's stuff, and Paul Burrell came back and said that is an absolute lie, and Harry better apologize to me because that is defamatory. But Harry's never going to apologize. Him and Meghan never apologize. But Harry put that in a court document. So Harry has lied to the court. Paul Burrell has come out in mainstream media on GB News and said that was an absolute lie and I want an apology. Or I could sue because he could sue Harry now. So I'm wondering if Harry's going to pay the price for that in court is another thing to think about. But the reason I bring that up is because he's also lying about Chelsea. He's lying a lot. Chelsea's like biting her tongue right now because Harry and Meghan, of course, Harry right now is lying and lying and lying about her and what happened and what she said and how she felt and why they really broke up. She's just like, ugh, you know, yeah. He's full of lies and she's tired of the lies and tired of them, so she's moving on. But she's not happy. She's staying hidden. She's not happy. She thinks they're crazy. She knows this political New World Order garbage. She did not expect this. You know, this is not the Harry she knew. This is a completely, brain mind controlled, Meghanized Harry that she doesn't. And ever since Harry and Meghan got married, this is all they've done. And she's like, ended already. When is this going to end? When is this divorce going to happen? It can't happen soon enough. That's what everybody's saying, right? Yeah. Well, even if there is a mental illness in the Spencer line, Meghan has exacerbated it for sure because Harry was never this bad. He was doing quite well before Meghan came along. So yeah, yeah, because you can make it worse or make it better, right? He was okay with Chelsea. He was all happy with Chelsea, even if he was a little paranoid or maybe justifiably so to a certain extent, because but now forget it. Now it's just woo. They are beyond belief in this insanity. But unfortunately, the times we are living in are crazy with what's going on with everything, right? So the world is very crazy right now because we're in the middle of a war, basically. And so Harry and Meghan are just exacerbating that, right? And that's also, I think, part of the New World Order, in my opinion, to make everybody crazier and crazier. So this, I think, may be part of it. Yeah. Well, all right, I'm going to end it there. So poor Chelsea, but hang in there, Chelsea. Stay hidden. Don't take the bait. Harry and Meghan are baiting you. Don't take it. Stand your ground, but do it on your terms. Don't be egged on by these two psychopaths, in my opinion. So that is what I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.